more and more companies are going towards remanufactured products in order to keep the landfills from overflowing with the waste. And so Copylite, we try to wherever possible offer a remanufactured, recycled or recycled product. And that's not always an easy thing to do. A lot of times you have to find all the parts that go into the assembly, and it's real important. That's part of my job here, is to source the right parts and the right products for Copylite. And a lot of it has to do with sustainability, because there's more and more people are getting more and more environmentally paying attention to the environment, seeing how they can what they can do to contribute to save the environment. And one of the things that we want to do is to encourage remanufacturing. We try to use like on all of our packaging that we and packing material, for instance, in our warehouses is partly recycled paper. That's a huge thing of the paper that we use to pack the orders. That's one thing. We also have all the boxes that we use to ship our products are a lot of times utilize recycled paper. Your remanufactured product a lot of times will be cheaper than the original, and as a matter of fact, we have quite a few products of ours by the product, and sometimes it's made by the same company as the originals, but we can offer just a huge savings, sometimes even 50% to the customers over the less than the price of the originals. Yes, I can elaborate. The testing process is different for many products. There's all different testing methods and how they're tested. But basically, we have an environmentally controlled laboratory that has a temperature and humidity controlled, where that's very important to testing. And then the biggest thing that we do, that I would say at least half of our competitors maybe don't, or they don't establish control over their testing. In other words, you have to have, and all of our testing is done compared to the original. The original toner is used as a baseline, and the machines are completely adjusted as per the factory specifications, so that when we basically start out with a very good control, which is a test of the OEM, and then whatever tests we do, we try to replicate the OEM. And a lot of times we get asked that how long do our cartridges last and things like that, what's the yield on them? And my answer is that the yield is engineered to assimilate the original, which is what the quality is too. We don't want it darker than the original. We don't want it lighter than the original. It should be pretty close, as with the yield as well. So we don't want to just say we've got really dark toner or something like that, because if it's too dark, you're gonna get less page yield. So the testing we control, we evaluate how the machine operates. We start with a clean machine, then when it's done, we look inside of it with lights and magnification, and check the parts to see if there's any damage or dusting or dirt or anything that happens during the test. Then after we run the original, we check it again. Then we run the Copylite brand product, or the prospective Copylite brand product, the same exact way as the original. It really, it comes down to doing the tests the same way, which means you have to have the controlled environment, same kind of paper, same machine. I can't do some of the testing on one machine and then the rest of it on another machine, for instance. But it all comes down to control. It's kind of a difficult question because there's so many different ways to test products, and my experience has been almost 50 years in this industry, and it's just a lot of attention to details is what our team does. It comes down to that more than anything. Basically, the Copylite challenge is we offer the customer to purchase a lot of times if they haven't tried Copylite brand, or maybe they haven't even tried aftermarket before, they can try the product, and if there's any problem, then we'll fully refund them. If there's a product, we try not to put any delays on the RMA request if there is one. We have a really good team here that handles our customer concerns and things. We try to turn over very quickly so that we can get a resolution to the customer. Sometimes we may ask them a couple of questions, what model it went into and what the problem was, but that won't hold up any kind of, that never holds up any kind of credit or anything like that. But basically the Copylite challenge is to get the product into the customer's hands, let them put it in a machine, and if it doesn't work out, we'll fully refund them, no problem. And that's the way I see it in a nutshell, in my words. What I would suggest is be open-minded to trying something other than the original. Get with companies that have been in business a very long time, like Copylite, that has been in business more than 50 years. If you do move away from the original, try to get with some company with a lot of experience in the industry, so that you know where you're getting it from and you can get a good warranty, etc. And try the recycle. Try something recycled. Maybe help out the environment a little bit, and go for the remanufactured one. If you haven't tried remanufactured, give it a shot. Especially with Copylite, we have the Copylite challenge. If there's a problem with it, we'll fully refund them. It's nothing's going to hold up your getting your money back. So there's not and you're dealing with a company that's very solid in the industry, that is not some fly by night or whatever company, that you can count on Copylite. And so that's why people start with that's why people that we've have customers that have been with us for decades, just the same customers, and they keep coming back to us because they know they can rely upon us. But do try something recycled. Don't always think that the originals are not always the greatest thing, and a lot of times the originals are way overpriced. So you can help them out on the price, and that's about all I could say. Just stay open-minded and try to save some money, and go with the recycled, which is going to help the environment.